Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? I hope this finds you well. I hope that the weather's pretty where you're at. It's been raining here all day. Just a misty old wet fall rain. And been kind of cool. Been in the 40s today. It's hot chocolate weather. Get your hot chocolate out and warm yourself up a little bit if it's cold where you're at. I guess some parts of the country are still kind of hot, but it's not that hot here. Has it been hot over where you're at, Matt?
49 degrees.
Well, it's a little warmer there than it has been here today. I did get out and run an errand earlier. And
I have the windows wide open in the office because with all these lights, it heats up like nobody's business.
Well, you could
just, I legit do, yeah.
You could just bring in a pan of cookies then and just bake them right there under the lights.
Put them on my laptop and bake them.
Yeah.
Sucker heats up like a lot.
Bake some cookies there, some Halloween cookies. And I think I've got everything all lined out here on my computer. I got my screens all up and everything. We got a few people there in the chat room. Jaden is out there. Hello, Jaden. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got Harmel Media. That's Steve. Good to see him. Awesome Wood Things is out there. That's this crazy man beside me over here with all things YouTube. He's got several accounts. How many likes do you put on this video tonight?
2. 2 likes.
And you got what? 15 channels?
4.
Is all I get is 2 likes? You over there running YouTube?
Approximately 3 seconds to switch channels, and my time is very valuable.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Let's see who else we got out there. Jim Bashir's is out there. Stream Elements is out there. It's working hard. It's putting out all them links and stuff for us. And then we got Mutt Nuts is out there. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. JD Knight is out there in the chat. Good to see JD. I will mention something that we have neglected to mention on here is if you have not signed up, you probably need to sign up. If you go down in the description of the video, there's a couple links there that have hyperlinks so that you can go to the URLs. The first URL is for the sign up sheet. And it's all you need to sign up is what your channel name is and your name. And that way people will be able to go to your channel. What it does is it puts that over onto the second sheet, which is the spreadsheet. And that's where everybody's listed. And that way we can check out each other's channels since YouTube decided to be crazy. And, you know, I don't know. I think Susan's going through PMS or something, and she decided to take them dots off behind the things in the chat so we can't go to each other's channels anymore. So you go down there to the sign up sheet and sign up, and then it puts you over onto the spreadsheet, and you can check out everybody's channels there.
What are the secret words to put in there? I did exclamation mark sign up. Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Well, sing up is not the same as sign up. You're at a karaoke bar.
You do not want me on karaoke. I was escorted off the premises for being on karaoke. But you think I'm kidding? I am. That is a God's honest truth.
Well, I don't think it's sign up. Yeah, I guess it did work. Yeah, put it up there.
Yeah, you have to spell it right. So, you know.
Yeah. All right. But that'll take you to the sign up sheet. You can sign up, and then it'll go over onto the
read-only spreadsheet.
The read-only spreadsheet, and that way you can check out everybody else's channels. Now, you can't change nothing on that spreadsheet. We got it set up that way so, you know, nobody can get in there and pull any tomfoolery on it. And you can see everybody's channels and work it that way. I'd love to see that thing go to, like, you know, at least 1,000 people signed up. It ought to be. We got pretty good following here.
And once you find channels, you can hit the red button.
Yep. Hit the red button for them. If you like their content, leave them a comment there. Hit that like button for them and all good stuff like that. And what we do here on this channel, we don't do it real often, but it's the name of the show, Mind Equals Blown. If you give us some unknown, odd fact that's true, we like true, okay? Something unknown, then we will give you free cowbell rings and free virtual tacos.
Woohoo!
They ain't worth nothing, but they're free.
Are they fun?
They're fun.
I like fun.
So that's what we do here. Now, I'll start it off because I've got some interesting facts to do with Halloween.
Ooh, okay, let's hear some true but interesting facts about Halloween.
Okay, here's the first one. Jack-o'-lantern comes from an Irish legend of Stingy Jack. You ever hear about Stingy Jack?
No.
Okay, well, the legend has it that Stingy Jack invited the devil to have a drink with him. But Jack didn't want to pay for the drink. So he convinced the devil to turn himself into a coin. Instead of buying the drink, he pocketed the coin and kept it close to a silver cross in his house, preventing the devil from taking shape again. He promised to let the devil go as long as he would leave Jack alone for a year, and that if Jack died, the devil wouldn't claim his soul. After a year, Jack tricked the devil again to leave him alone and not to claim his soul. And when Jack died, God didn't want such a conniving person in heaven, and the devil, true to his word, would not allow him into hell. Jack was sent off into the night with only a burning coal to light his path. He placed the coal inside a carved out turnip and has been roaming the earth ever since. People in Ireland and Scotland began creating their own creations of jack-o'-lanterns out of turnips, beets, and potatoes. The tradition traveled to the United States along with the immigrants, and people began to use pumpkins native to North America for lanterns instead. And that's how we have jack-o'-lanterns.
Awesome. That is a mind-blowing fact I did not know. And we'll be happy to announce 2 people in the chat room have just signed up on the spreadsheet, Muttnuts World and JD Knight. I am hitting red buttons as we speak.
Great. Good to have you join the group.
Jaden too. Jaden's on there.
Good. We'll get everybody signed up on there.
Jaden has almost 2,000 subscribers.
I'd like to see everybody thrive and do well. The more every shot you get at free advertising, take it. You know, this is free advertising for you. Get it out there and people check out the spreadsheet. I encourage the folks that's already signed up on it, check it every once in a while because new ones sign up on there just like we just had. So
I'll share my screen. Boom.
There it is. How many we got on there?
It's 29.
All right. Well, that's a good start.
Yep.
We got Chris Nealon in the house.
Hey, Chris Nealon, welcome.
Good to have you with us this evening.
Niantic River Woodcrafting with Chris Nealon.
Boy, Saturday night's going to be crazy, ain't it? The full moon.
Oh, boy.
It's the first one since 1944 on Halloween.
Yeah, that's going to be nuts. That makes two moons in 1 month, maybe?
It's the blue moon, yeah.
Oh, dear. Lord have mercy.
Blue moon on Halloween. They're all going to be out loose. You better lock up your daughters, lock up your Susans.
Hide your wife, hide your kids, and hide your husbands. Jim Bashir says, who mooned?
Let's say, I'll give you another fact here. Candy corn was originally called chicken feed. Though many would argue that candy corn tastes like chicken feed, that's not how it got its original name. Created in the 1880s by George Renninger, it was sold to the masses by Gonzalez Confectionery Company, now Jelly Bean Company, which we've all heard of, at the turn of the century. Because corn is what used to feed chickens, the creation was called chicken feed, and the box was marked with colorful roosters.
All right, chat room, yes or no? Do you like candy corn? Give me a yes or no. I would be interested to see the results of that poll. Because a lot of people do not like candy corn.
I like candy corn. I mean, it's not something that I ordinarily buy if I, went to buy candy, but it's okay.
I will eat a few pieces, but I will stop after a
Yeah.
few.
I mean, it's pure sugar.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, it's tied up. 2 no's, 2 yeses.
Muttonut says she's getting stuff ready to do a special live on Saturday, just not set a time yet.
Okay.
So you've got a couple yeses, got a couple no's.
One of the woodworkers had earrings that were candy corn.
Mm-hmm. I've got some around here someplace too. They're actually glass, but
Chris says yes, but no, but yes. We'll put that in the yes category then. The yes, have it.
I'll give you another one. Trick or treating comes from souling. SOULING. Having children dress up in costumes and go door to door like little beggars demanding treats is kind of weird. Like several other Halloween activities, the tradition can be traced back to the Middle Ages and rituals of Samhain. It was believed that phantoms walked the earth at night of Samhain, so people would dress up in costumes in an effort to repel the spirits. As the Catholic Church started supplementing pagan festivals with their own holidays like All Souls Day, the act of souling became popular, and poor children and adults would go door to door dressed as spirits, accepting food in exchange for prayers.
Interesting. And now it's become a major commercial holiday.
That's right. That's right.
Buttnut says chocolate candy corn is a thing, and she likes it.
Never had that.
I guess people will dip anything in chocolate. Iron Fire Horse is here.
Hey, Iron Fire Horse, good to see you.
Has a lot of fall type emojis.
Everybody share. And I mentioned share.
I only share after the 25th share.
Hit that like button. We get some folks in here. We'll have a hootenanny in a little bit and give something away.
Ooh, who likes free stuff?
If you don't like free stuff, you're at the wrong place.
You give out free advice and you give out free merchandise.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, there'll be another Heifer Haven go up. It's another one to do with Halloween too.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Dear Heifer Haven.
Did you hear Heifer Haven's advice last week about the costume?
Uh-huh.
Yep. And she's going to give some trick-or-treat advice tonight. So you ain't going to want to miss that. 'Tis that time of year, don't you know?
Yep. Corkboard TV is here. Hello, hello.
Hey, Scott, good to see you.
JD Knight loves free stuff. Right on, brother.
Everybody loves free stuff. Let's see. Here's another fact. The most lit jack-o'-lanterns on display is 30,581. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the highest number of lit jack-o'-lanterns on display is 30,581 by the city of Keene, New Hampshire in 2013.
That's a lot of jack-o'-lanterns.
Keene, represented by Let It Shine, has broken the record 8 times over since the original attempt. That's a whole lot of pumpkins.
Yes, it is. Nuts has clarified it's not candy corn dipped in chocolate. It's candy corn flavored chocolate.
So they put some chocolate in the sugar.
It's not orange and white. Yeah, who knows? Nice. If you have interesting facts, I will give out free virtual tacos if you put a free but interesting fact in the chat. It doesn't have to be about Halloween. It could be any interesting fact. And if it blows your mind.
Said that she watched the Heifer Haven but didn't comment. She was too exhausted. Very outlandish costume suggestion. And it's cheap too. Don't have to buy nothing for it. Just go to your closet.
Okay, here we go. AdSense will not send an email with a verify code. They have to mail it to you. Why? Question mark. Well, I think anything that has to do with money, they want to make absolutely sure you are who you say you are.
Yeah. Make sure that your email's not being hacked.
The good thing is you only got to do it once.
Somebody else using your computer that might not be real scrupulous.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Good old postal service with the codes.
Chris Nealon says that he's been to Keene, New Hampshire, but there's not much there other than the lit up pumpkins.
It's a good security measure, I think, says Iron Firehorse. Yep.
I'll
YouTube.
Give you another Halloween fact. Halloween folklore is full of fortune telling and magic. Old English folklore about Halloween is full of superstition and fortune telling that still lingers today, like bobbing for apples or avoiding black cats. One piece of folklore says that if a young unmarried person walks down the stairs backwards at midnight while holding a mirror, the face that appears in the mirror will be their next lover.
What? Oh, some of these superstitions. Crazy. Mr. Doughboy 356 is here. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Doughboy, good to see you. He says, I remind him of Kathy Bates. I ain't got a sledgehammer handy.
She's a wicked one. She was on she's on the American Horror Story series as well.
Yeah.
Kathy Bates. She plays all kinds of weird characters there. Yeah. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Kathy Bates. She's a good actress.
Well, I haven't seen everything that she's done, but and I can't even name anything that I have seen, but I know that I've seen her in some stuff, and she always did a good job.
Yep.
Mr. Doughboy says, I'm your biggest fan.
Okay, here we go. Fact. We have a lockdown here and have a 10-person maximum for Christmas. But if you have a funeral for the turkey, you can have up to 50 people. LMAO. I heard there was one restriction where it was outside, but for 2 hours only.
Yeah, outside.
Where did 2 hours come from?
Forget where this was, but you could have 3 families, but they had to. Each family had to stay 6 feet apart, and it had to be outside
for 2 hours or less.
Yeah,
that's California. California put that restriction on. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You know, I can see that there's probably going to be another lockdown coming. I'm dreading it, but you know, it is what it is. And, you know, we just have to, we got through the last one. We'll get through this one too. The whole mess is a sad state of affairs as far as I'm concerned, but you know, hey, I figure I've lived through a lot of things in my time. I mean, I've never seen anything quite as bizarre as everything that's going on this year. Nobody has, but I've lived through so much that whatever they throw at me, you know, I'll make it.
I saw the GDP, the gross domestic product. I mean, how well the country's doing financially. This quarter, 33.1%, it rose. It's like 6% percentage points under where it was when this whole shenanigan started. So it has all but recovered less 6%, which is way faster than anyone thought. So the country is getting back.
But there are a lot of people that are suffering.
Oh, I'm not saying there aren't. Yes.
And, you know, a lot of people need some financial help. There's kids going hungry. There's people being evicted. There's folks who can't make their house payments on the rental properties because they're not getting the rent.
I tell you what, that those funds helped. those funds really helped
Yeah.
because I had a modest reduction in pay. I'm very thankful, but it sat in the account and I was able to weather several months just kind of pulling at it a little bit. But yeah, it went for family. Like I didn't, spend it frugally. It went in the family account and it helped. It
Yeah.
really did.
Yeah. I think, it's been tough on everybody all the way around. But so many folks say, well, people that's on Social Security and retired, they shouldn't get any of that stimulus money. Excuse me?
No.
We're being hit by the inflation and the fallout from all of this.
When you administer a program of that size that
Yeah.
has to touch every person,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to limit the complexity.
Yeah.
It's just got to be almost a blanket thing
Yeah.
with a few minor, rules that say yes or no.
Well, I mean, look at how it affected me. Somebody was so hard up that they had to get underneath my van and cut the catalytic converter out of it, which cost me thousands of dollars by the time it was said and done.
And they could probably sell it for $50 on the black market.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And so, yes, I mean, I was affected dramatically. I'm figuring that there's probably a lot of people out here in the same boat that I'm in that's been hurt worse and some that's not been hurt as bad. But yeah, that's got to go across the board so that, we all get some benefit out of it.
Anita's saying she got the gift box from one of the previous giveaways. Was that the quilling?
Yeah, the quill box.
Yep. She said she got it. Says thank you very much. She loves it. Good.
Glad you like it.
That makes me happy. It does not make me sad. It makes me happy.
Well, let me give you another fact.
Okay.
The Day of the Dead should really be called Days of the Dead. The Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos, takes place October 31st through November the 2nd in Mexico and a few other Hispanic countries. November the 1st, Dia de los Innocents, I guess, I don't know, I'm probably butchering that all to Dickens, honors children that died, and family members decorate graves with baby's breech and white orchids. On November the 2nd, Dia de los Muertos families honor adults who have died and place orange marigolds on grave sites. The original Aztec celebration actually lasted a month long, but when Spanish conquistadors came over to Mexico in the 16th century, they merged the festival with the Catholic All Saints' Day. Today's celebration is a mix of both Aztec rituals of skulls, altars to the dead, and food with Catholic masses and prayers.
Aztecs. I would love to have been around in prehistoric time, when not prehistoric, but before and met the Aztec people. They were dialed into something.
Mm-hmm.
200 years before Cortez came over, they made a statue of Cortez, exact replica with the Spanish hat and everything. 200 years before they were even on the continent.
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen? How does that happen? Mind equals blown.
That's right.
Day of the Dead. Yeah, I collect anything with Day of the Dead skulls on it, says Mutt Nuts. A girl I used to work with had a Day of the Dead skull tattoo on her shoulder or arm. It was cool. It's very artistic.
Well, now it's a shame Al's not here, because I know this next one would just fascinate the socks right off him.
Okay.
Yeah. Michael Myers' mask is actually a William Shatner mask.
No.
The classic 1978 horror film Halloween can easily be recognized in just one image of the psychotic Michael Myers in his iconic pale-faced mask with without a doubt, it's one chilling look that has struck terror into the hearts of partying teens in slasher flicks. The movie was actually filmed on such a tight budget that the crew used the cheapest mask they could find, a $2 Star Trek Captain James Kirk mask. They spray painted it white and reshaped the eye holes, making William Shatner look incredibly creepy.
What? That cannot be true. William Shatner. Crazy.
I'm going to make a mask of your face and reshape it.
Okay, Clarice.
Halloween originated from an ancient Celtic festival. According to History.com, the Halloween we know today can trace its roots back to the ancient Celtic end of harvest festival of Samhain. During Samhain, people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off evil spirits. In the 8th century, in an effort to spread Christianity, Pope Gregory III decreed November the 1st, or decreed. There we go. Decreed November the 1st as All Saints' Day and incorporated some of the rituals of Samhain. All Saints' Day was also called All Hallows, and the night before, when the traditional Samhain festival used to take place in Celtic regions, was called All Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve. Yes, I did know that. Yeah.
So there you go.
A lot of good Halloween facts here, baby. Woo! Yep.
You'll be all studied up for the weekend. You'll be prepared for the blue moon.
Today was supposed to be trick or treat, but since it's cold and rainy, they said no, and it's going to be Saturday instead.
Well, it's been slated here for Saturday since they decided to have it. I think maybe one of the other little towns around here might have been having it tonight, but if they do, they're going to be wet.
My friend used to come over and we would give out candy, but he's the one that passed because he had a lot of health problems, had gangrene on his leg and chopped it off.
Mr. Doughboy said, how about Hell Night in Detroit? Every night is Hell Night in Detroit.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody wants to be caught in Detroit at night. I got news for you.
My friend was saying he watches The Crow, the movie The Crow with Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son. That's a good around late October movie because it's, it's about they burn the place. They burn the whole city down every Halloween. Basically, they call it Devil's Night, I think is what they call it. Yeah.
Des Moines has a hilarious tradition called Beggar's Night. The night before Halloween, young children in Des Moines hit the streets for Beggar's Night. According to an article in Des Moines Register, the event began around 1938 as a way to prevent vandalism and give younger children a safer way to enjoy Halloween. Beggar's Night is very similar to regular trick-or-treating, except kids are required to tell jokes, poem, or perform a trick for a treat. The best part, the jokes are notoriously groan-worthy. Like, if April showers bring Mayflowers, what do Mayflowers bring? Pilgrims.
Well,
Mayflowers.
the thing about that is you need to be in Iowa. I was in Iowa once.
I traveled through it once.
One time.
It was at night. I was on my way to Kansas.
There was nothing but cornfields. Nothing but cornfields. And when I was there, It was fall, so they were all chopped down, and it
Mhm.
was just muddy and wet for
Mhm.
hours into that state till I got
Yep.
to the middle of it. Quite a different type of environment, I must say.
Yep. Well, I live in the Midwest, so yeah, we've got plenty of cornfields, plenty of bean fields, all that sort of thing. Uh, lots of farm territory out here. It's flatlands.
Corkboard TV says it right. He says, I went through Iowa. Look, another farm. And I was in Illinois, and that has a lot of farm. That has a lot of corn and soybean
Mhm.
in Illinois. Yeah.
Yeah, you get about halfway through Ohio, you hit that, and then you go through Indiana and Iowa and Illinois and all them states out through there. That's just Kansas, Nebraska. You're in farm territory in the Midwest.
Band runners Eric and Shonda are here. Hello.
Hey, good to see you guys. Haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome.
Which one's on the account, Eric or Shonda?
I don't know. They'll have to tell us.
Yep.
We'll be doing a giveaway here in a little bit. How many people we got in the room right now?
I'll have to look. Muttnut says, my part of Maryland's is farm fields and marshland. All right. 13.
13? Okay.
13 in the house.
Share it. And put a like on it. Let's see how many people we can get in here. This is Shonda.
Oh, it's not Eric. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Matt.
Glad to see you. Haven't seen you guys in quite some time. Hope everything's going well.
I don't have my name on this. It just says all things YouTube. I'm like, who is that guy? Let me see if I don't think I can change it. Do I have to go out and come back in to change my settings?
I don't know.
Might have to. Unless you can force it as the host. But
I can't do nothing.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know how to do nothing.
Except give free advice.
I give free advice.
And make soap. You're good at making soap.
I can make soap.
I love that soap, Brenda. I freaking love it.
I'm glad you do.
I think is it more hand soap than it is body soap, or doesn't it?
No, it's good for all over you. Because it's got lotion properties to it.
I like lotion.
Softens your skin. Yeah, for anybody who's not familiar with what he's talking about, Brenda makes soap. Brenda's crafty. Be like Brenda. And I've got an Etsy store. And it's BrendaG's Designs. Go figure. And so if you go over to Etsy, look up BrendaG's Designs, and you'll see it over there. And I've got my homemade soap up there and a lot of other things that I've made. And there'll probably be some more on there before we get to Thanksgiving. At least that's my plan. I was telling Matt a while ago that my week has been another bunch of but first. I'd like to do this, but first I got to do that. Well, do this, but first I got to do that. And so I've been doing the but first all week and still have plenty of things that I got to get done. I can tell where I've been. That's always a big plus when you can tell where you've been. I know I'm working my way through it.
Mr. Doughboy says, that's soap, ! I've been eating it.
It smells good enough to eat a lot of it. I've got sugar cookie and I got cinnamon and oh gosh, I think there might be still some creme brulee up there and spiced pumpkin, and there's a lot of good scents up there.
Hurry up, get that pumpkin spice order in. The season's going to be over soon for pumpkin spice.
ginger peach, and I think there's some vanilla. There are a lot of different good smelling soaps.
Fruit smells?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tropical fruit punch is the big one with the fruit. It smells just like Kool-Aid.
Nice. I like fruit smell. I don't necessarily like flowery smells, but I like the fruit smells.
Yeah, I've got flower scents. I got powdery scents. I've got nature scents.
Well, and just so the chat room knows, I mean, I do a lot of work with my hands, and my hands get dried out a lot.
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah. The nurses love it because they have to wash their hands so much. I mean, we all do with this, stuff going around. But the more you wash your hands, the more it dries your hands out. So they've been washing their hands with my soap and doesn't dry their hands out. Their hands will get so dry that they'll crack and bleed. And with my soap, that doesn't happen because it's more of a lotion
at
soap.
The hospital, her hands are jacked.
Mm-hmm.
She's, with the alcohol too. She put the alcohol. Man, that just tears them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they all started talking about all this stuff going around, and then they went to talking about these hand sanitizers, and I know what hand sanitizers are made of. I said, oh boy, I'm going to be selling some soap.
Jackpot, a silver lining.
People are going to be drying their skin out something awful. They're going to need something to lubricate it back up with.
Iron Firehorse says, nice, your soap has goat's milk in them, question mark? Yes.
Yep, it's goat's milk soap. Goat's milk soap. And this isn't something just fly by night either. It's taken me 30 years to perfect this recipe. So, this gal knows what she's doing. It's not somebody that just went to the kitchen and pulled out a few pots and pans and some stuff and said, hey, I'm going to make soap today.
It has my seal of approval, and I do not give that often.
There you go.
Milk soap is the best, says Iron Firehorse.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see here. I got one more Halloween fact for you. And then we'll
get your friends in here, people. Share the show while we give this fact, and we'll do the giveaway after.
The White House is haunted.
Okay.
Does that surprise you? The United States' most famous address has had several reports of ghostly appearances and eerie sounds. And that's not even including election years. The most common ghost sighting is of Abraham Lincoln, who has been spotted by First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands, and Sir Winston Churchill. Other paranormal guests include Andrew Jackson, David Burns, and Abigail Adams.
Okay.
Well, I guess, if there's some of these presidents that say that they ain't leaving the White House, they mean it.
Well, when I take up residence there, I'll keep that in mind. Would you vote for me? Haas 2024.
I'll run for president and you can be the vice president. How's that? Because things will be different if I get in there.
For you, I'll do it. I don't want to clean up any of your messes, though.
That'll be my running slogan. Things will be different. I get in there.
I didn't say they'd be good, but they'd be different.
I ain't lying.
Oh.
I'll give you free advice. Y'all like free stuff, don't you?
President Gibson.
Oh, people running around wanting stuff free all the time. Hey, I'll give them some free stuff. I'll give them free advice all day long.
Leader of Uzbekistan's once. What? Lord have mercy.
Can you imagine me being questioned? I was trying to find a clean way of saying this, but being questioned by some of the media.
It would not go well.
They'd ask me something. I'd say, "What's wrong with you?"
Didn't your mother teach you manners?
I'll yank you out of that chair and give you the butt whipping your mama should have given you a long time ago talking to me that way. Don't you understand nothing?
Oh, my goodness.
Can you imagine me in a debate?
Yeah, I think I could.
Yeah, I think I ought to run.
Well, yeah, the first time the moderator says, "Now, Brenda, you're your team has promised you would be quiet while the other person has their first 2-minute answer.
I'd be quiet because I'd be having a bunch of pieces of cardboard up there with a magic marker. I'd write down my thoughts and hold them up.
You should have some cards pre-filled out, like he's lying. Don't believe him. Lord
Where's
have
Hunter?
mercy.
Joe's in the basement.
Oh. Well, you wouldn't run against Joe. You'd be running against him.
Who'd be brave enough to run against me?
Oh. Well, someone who doesn't know what they have coming.
That's right. That's right.
Oh.
It would be, let's put it this way, it'd be an interesting election for a change. Because nobody'd ever know what the hell was going to come out of my mouth next.
I could see dozens of T-shirts being sold with whatever you spew in front of the camera. Uzbekistan! Exclamation mark! Lord have mercy!
Lordy, lordy. Let's see. I've got on my screen, we got 9 people out there. What do you got?
I see 9.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and we'll do this giveaway. Now, for anybody who don't know how this giveaway works, I have a piece of paper of which I have a number written down on. And this piece of paper has been hermetically sealed in a mason jar on Funkin' Wagnall's porch since 8 o'clock this morning. Now, the number on this piece of paper is a number that is between 13 and 21. That's important to remember. The number is between 13 and 21. Don't put anything in the chat until I tell you to. Okay? Now, your job out there in the chat is to guess what number it is. It's between 13 and 21. And if you win, I will hold up 4 items and you will get your pick out of those 4 items. If you would like to be included for the bonus, after the number you have guessed that is between 13 and 21, you'll put a slash mark, and then you'll guess how many capital letters did Brenda put in that word.
She's going to write the word out in a letter, in a word.
How many capital letters is in the word that Brenda wrote down on the piece of paper? Okay. Any questions? Anybody got any questions about that? Is that clear as mud?
I don't see any questions.
All right. The number will be between 13 and 21. Go.
All right. I put the comment on reminding people it's 13 through 21. Choose between 13 and 21.
And then put a slash and put what your guess is as far as the other numbers. We got a winner right off the bat. Right off the bat. Iron Fire Horse.
17's a winner. Iron Fire Horse. 1, 2, 3 capital letters.
She did not get the bonus, but she does get to pick from the prizes.
All right. Let's see what the prizes are. Congratulations, Iron Fire Horse.
Iron
Too
Fire
bad
Horse.
Corkboard TV was just a split second after Iron Fire Horse.
Iron Fire Horse. On here. Now,
Thank you for playing along, everyone. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Iron Fire Horse.
Be sure and send me your mailing address. Any way you want to do it, you can send it to my email. You can send it to my messenger. You can send it to Instagram, Twitter, however you want to do it. But do it tonight because I'll take this to the post office in the morning if I got your address, got it wrapped up.
Maz 42's here. Hello, Maz.
Now, I will give you your choice of the 4 items that I pulled out here. I have one of my paracord bracelets. That's a double cobra. I have these sunglasses that come in the hard shell case. These clip onto the visor on your cap. So I got these snazzy glasses in the hard shell case, and they got a little thing in there to keep them clean with, little cloth. So that. I've got these dishwasher pods. These are all natural dishwasher pods, soap for your dishwasher, all organic. And I've got a bottle of this lavender shower gel. It's lavender scented shower gel. So you tell me which one of those you want.
Mel showed up as well. Hi, Mel.
Hey, Mel, good to see you. So, Iron Fire Horse, tell me which one of these that you want, and I'll put your name on it.
I thought I lost my watch the other day. My white watch from Japan. Looking all over for it.
Where'd you find it? Under Susan's pillow?
I put it on top of a roll of toilet paper, and since the watch is white and the toilet paper is white, I couldn't see it.
Okay, she's sending it to Anita because she's up in Canada. All right. So, Anita, congratulations. You tell me which item you want, and I'll send it out to you. Ma says it's a glorious day down there today. What else would I do? Take the bike for a run. He's down there in Australia.
Good day. Just like shrimp on the bobby.
I like to watch his videos. He takes you out on the bike, takes you for a ride.
Although he said take the bike for a run. That's an odd term. You ride a bike. Do you run a bike?
Okay, she wants the lavender bath wash.
Is it a motorcycle or is it a bicycle?
Motorcycle.
Oh, okay. Run seems appropriate for motorcycle. Never mind. Never mind.
Put that on there, and I'll get that packaged up after the show for you.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
We've always got some neat stuff to give away here on the channel.
That's very generous of you. Thank you for doing that for the community, Brenda. That's very nice of you.
Well, hey, trick or treat.
I would not want a trick from you. I will pass on all tricks. Treats I'll take.
I figure that the ones that show up at my door on Halloween, they're the brave ones.
At least you don't have a creepy van. Scare them away.
Well, now that's what folks used to say about my big white Cougar wagon that I drove.
The murder van.
You know, because it didn't have no windows in the back. I'd scare the people up at Walmart that delivered my groceries to my vehicle. They was afraid of it. Somebody's going to jump out and get them. You know, and I'm saying, hey, don't flatter yourself. Ain't nobody wants you anyway. But
I should have loaned you my strobe light and smoke machine so you can you open up the door and it's like smoke pours out of the strobe lights. Put the Halloween music on, screaming and hollering and chains rattling.
When C-Dubs and I went out last year, you know, she said that we went out to a park down in Richmond. There's a real pretty park down there. She wanted to take some pictures and stuff of the flora and fauna and everything. And so we go down there, and she climbed up in the van. She's laughing herself to death. She'd been out taking pictures. She climbs up in there, and she says that there was a guy riding a bike or something down the other side of the road there. She says, boy, I tell you what, it's all I could do not to pull open the side door and act like somebody was trying to drag me in and start screaming and see what that guy would do.
That's a very plausible situation that she would be putting on.
Oh, shoot. But I do miss my van. My goodness gracious. You know, all the time. It's, you know, back when I had it, it just didn't seem very often that I'd see stuff that I'd want to haul, but then I didn't really think anything about it because when I did see something that I wanted to haul, I could haul it. Mm-hmm. But now I'm seeing stuff all the time that somebody down the street from me had set out this I thought it was a real nice shelf unit thing that it just needed to be refurbished. You know, it needed a facelift. And I'm thinking, I could fix that. And I got no way to haul it. You know, I'm like, oh, I could just cry.
Well, you have to get a trailer. Get a trailer for your Bug, for your VW Beetle.
I saw somebody driving a blue one just like mine the other day.
Okay.
I mean, isn't that funny? How, you know,
Did you do a double take? What are you
Yeah.
doing in my car?
Yeah, I'm thinking, is there a mirror in front of me? What? No, they're right there. She's coming toward me, and just
You're at
exactly
the
like mine.
nexus of the universe.
Yeah. I'm taking my quantum leap or something there.
Hey, whenever you get a car, you start noticing identical cars all over the place.
Mhm.
Like I see Ford Escapes everywhere, and my son sees Chevy Cruises everywhere. I think it just happens.
Well, I've seen several Beetles around, but they were different colors.
Now, your color is a pretty unique color, isn't it?
Well, apparently not. I saw one just like the other day.
That's true.
So, yeah, I'd seen red ones. I'd seen white ones, yellow ones. There was one I wanted to look at when I went to buy mine that was at a different dealer, but it had sold before I could get to it. But it was fuchsia with plaid seats, and it was a ragtop.
Fuchsia. Is that like a purpley color?
Purpley pink.
Oh, so sort of a mix between magenta and purple.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, Jim Bashir says he has an Escape. See, smart minds think alike, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Rock on, brother.
You know, I thought now that would be the cat's ass right there to have that fuchsia with the plaid seats and ragtop. Oh, yeah. But sadly, it was gone before I could get to it.
Bummer.
It didn't last long. That's what they said even when I called. I asked about it, and the guy started laughing. He says, oh, no, it's gone. It didn't last long. I thought, yeah.
Does the color blue that you have like a name? Is it a certain blue?
Sapphire.
Sapphire blue. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a metallic sapphire blue.
Nice.
But the problem with that color is that it picks up everything but men and money. It is dirty all the time. You can wash it. You go in the one side. When you come out the other side, it's dirty again. It's just it's a dust magnet.
Wow.
I'm going to have to wax it, I think. And, you know, with it being the time of year and the temperatures it is, I'm going to have to wait till spring now. But come springtime, I'm going to have to wax it. They say that carnauba wax that you use generally stops the dust from sticking to them so much.
I'd imagine dirt would show pretty easily on that color.
Yeah.
Certain colors are the worst for that. The black cars, she shows the white dirt. White cars, it shows the black dirt. It seems like, you know, silver, it's like it'll blend right in.
Well, my white van didn't show the dirt. I mean, you know, you'd really have to slop some mud on it or something, you know, to really get it to show anything. It didn't really show dirt on it. And so, you know, I was real fond of that white van because it was low maintenance all the way around. And, you know, now I have one that you just look at it and it's dirty.
Yeah. I think red is a good in-between hue where the black dirt doesn't show very well and the white dirt doesn't show very well. It can be like the most dirty and not visibly dirty.
But the problem with the red one is it might as well just have a sign on it saying "Pull me over."
Well, but
it's a cop magnet.
Like a grandpa like me, it's not a problem.
It's just a cop magnet. You know, the red cars stick out, and so it seems like they get pulled over more than anything else.
Well, my old car, it was cherry red. It was fire engine red. This one's more like a maroon type red.
Okay.
I would have wanted it to be like bright red, but they didn't have any. They don't, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Doughboy's asking, did I sell the van? Yes, I sold the van. Because I had nowhere to keep it safe from the vandals, and I couldn't afford to keep putting parts in it. So yes, she found a good home. She's on a farm. She's doing farm work now, hauling stuff out there on the farm. So she'll be safe out in the country, I think.
He says he has a Nova. He doesn't see any Novas around. That's a cool car. Novas.
Yeah, Mom says, isn't that the case? You don't see any at all, and then once you buy one, you see them everywhere. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like a yellow car, like a bright flipping yellow car.
I had one. I called it the Killer Bee. It was a Toyota Corolla, and it was bright yellow with black interior and black pinstripes.
Cool.
I totaled it.
Oh, no.
But I love that little car. A little 4-door.
I'd like to get a yellow Mustang with black leather interior, but with like the seams of the leather would be yellow. Like the stitching would be yellow. I think that would be a cool combination.
Yeah.
Matt, if you go to my community page, you can see my Nova says Mr. Doughboy 356. Cool. I will do that.
Yeah, I sold a van and I bought me a 2018 VW Beetle. It's the redneck edition.
It gets you from A to B.
I even put an emblem on the back end of it to that degree. The redneck edition.
She showed me a picture. She does have a redneck edition emblem on the back. It's not like a sticker. It's like metal epoxy.
And I got Beetlejuice plates on it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a great franchise, that movie. I presume you've seen that movie.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen the second one. I think they've just come out with the second one, but I'll have to wait till it comes out on DVD or something.
Just stream it.
I don't do that.
Well, start.
I don't know how. Figure
it out.
I don't want to.
You see what it's like dealing with Brenda.
Now, picture that as a political interview with me.
Oh, I can. The NDT show is here. Hello.
Hello there, Nathan. Good to see you.
I don't know how long we'll stay on, but we're glad you're here.
Corkboard says, so it comes with duct tape holding up the bumper. No, it comes with a redneck behind the wheel. Oh, shoot.
I'm glad you're enjoying your new car.
Yeah, I was happy to be able to get it in the garage. You know, that was the big thing. I mean, I had to part with a lot of stuff that I didn't want to part with, but I had to part with the stuff in order to pay for the repairs to the garage. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. But at least I know that my vehicle's locked up now. And I mean, there's alarms, there's cameras, there's bright lights.
Firearms on the property.
That's right. That's right. The CCW, buddy. I'll get you.
And an owner that has a sporadic sleep schedule, so you never know when she's awake.
Mm-hmm. You never know.
You have dogs too.
Yep. So, you know, I do believe that folks are going to be leaving the vehicles alone around here.
Yeah. You are not an easy target.
That's right. I mean, you know, looking back on it, I've just kind of kicked myself because I'm thinking, well, okay, you know, you have the alarm system on the house, you felt safe in the house, and you know, you're a prepper, you know how to prepare things and be ready for disasters and all this, you know, you got supplies laid in, weapons and you know, whatever you need, but you stopped short of taking care of your vehicle and keeping the back of your property secure.
It's always the weakest link in the chain. Yeah.
And so, okay.
Lesson learned, you know.
Lesson learned. By God, she's secure now. Most says that he's got to go and get back on the bike. You know what they say? Therapy is expensive. Wind is free. Well, you have a good time on the bike, Mose. Thanks for coming in.
Enjoy
Appreciate
yourself.
it.
Ride safely. I had a motorcycle. I still have my Class M license for motorcycle. Yeah. It never goes away, apparently. You get tested once, you have it for life.
Huh.
So,
I tried to ride one once. Well, it was twice. It was my first and last time of trying to drive one. I mean, I've ridden behind people, but as far as me actually trying to drive one, no, no, that shifting thing, no.
I mean, it takes both hands and both feet to ride a bike.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as an automatic bike. It's all manual. So
I went over a cliff and got all scratched up in the briars and the brambles.
Yeah.
They said that when I went over, all they could see was rump and heels.
Oh, thank God there was no dash cam footage.
Yeah, and back then we didn't have video cameras and cell phones and stuff back in the day. So,
Worst thing that happened to me, there was a tire on the road, like a rubber tire that came, not with the metal rim. It was just a rubber tire.
Yeah.
And it was like most of a tire. You know how they kind of break off? And I couldn't go around it. I was just like, all right, just hold on. Whack, whack. I kept going. I was like, wow. Didn't know what to expect. That was on the highway too. I was going, down the highway.
Hitting a gator.
Yeah. Corkboard says, I like you, Matt. Haven't rode in years, but still have my license, says Corkboard TV. Cool. Yeah. I had one of those crotch rocket bikes.
Yeah.
Yamaha. Yeah, it was nice. It was green, and the green had the silver flakes in it. It was a pretty cool bike. Yeah, I could get on it. It was neat.
My second husband had a little Honda, and we used to go out and ride on it every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, roads are too crowded. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. It's just not the same.
They're nice.
If everyone was a competent driver, it would be a different thing. But you see people texting, and you see young kids that don't know what they're doing. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, the bikes are nice if you get out on the back roads, where you can see the scenery, and it's a whole lot different riding on a motorcycle than it is if you're looking through the glass on an automobile.
Yeah.
You are right there one with nature when you're on the motorcycle.
For sure.
It's like switching over to HD, it's high definition. There you see all the beauty.
You definitely, it's not like you're driving and you can like take a second to go do, you can't take your eyes or mind off of anything but,
yep.
Putting that bike where you want it.
That's right.
But I'll tell you what, though. Here's what I reckon. This is Matt Haas life advice. Everyone should take the instructor-led motorcycle course to get their license, even if you never ride a motorcycle, because it teaches you a lot about being on the road in a car or a bike.
Yeah.
A lot of the principles make awesome sense, and just everyone should know what they teach you, because it carries over.
Yeah.
Like one tip that I learned was, if there's trouble ahead, okay, if there's crap all over the road, what you want to do is you want to look where it's safe to go with your eyes. And when you're on a bike, remember, it's both hands. There's a lot going on to make that bike do what you want. But just looking where the safe path is, the bike will naturally find it. Like if you look at the rubble, you're going to run into the rubble. But if you look at the safe, and then just, where to put the car or bike going around the corner, highly recommend everyone learn how to ride a bike, even if you never intend, because you learn so much about the road and driving. And anyway,
Yeah, Mr. Doughboy said there was a bad wreck up there where he is, right down the street from about 8 months ago, where some bikers met their end because of a driver that was on drugs. Yeah, you got to be careful when you're out there. You got to be defensive. And I'm not talking about just on a motorcycle. When you're driving a car, too, because you don't know what else is on the road with you.
Yeah, they said not even one drink. Like if you ride your cycle to a bar, not even one beer. Because if you just get a little bit tipsy, that's enough to dump the bike.
Yep.
You know? Like you got to have all your faculties together.
Yep.
But I'm kind of being, you know, a little scare tactic ish. But it's a lot of fun, and it can be safe if you know what you're doing and you're careful. I was just like, but it's not like it was back in the 90s.
Well, you know, you like I say, you got to be careful because you don't know what else is out there with you. You know, you don't know what the driver behind the wheel in the vehicle coming at you is doing or has been taking. You know, because people take drugs or alcohol and they don't think anything of it. You know, like, oh well, you know, I'm not impaired. Yeah, well then, when you kill somebody, you find out that you were, but then it's a little late, isn't it? So you don't know what you're on the road with. You got to be careful out there.
Yep. I'd like to get a Harley Fat Boy. Those are nice bikes.
Now, my dad, back in the day, before he married my mom, had an Indian.
Okay.
And I got pictures of Dad with the Indian motorcycle.
Nice.
But once they got married, the Indian had to go.
Yeah. Classic American bike. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger was on the Harley Fat Boy in Terminator 2. And then he put the shotgun down the front forks of the bike. Like I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah. Chris Nayland said, I'll never get on a motorcycle. First week on the job at the funeral home taught him that. Picked up paces for a quarter mile. Yeah. Now, you can be shredded real quick. Yeah.
Oh, big branch fell on someone riding, says Iron Firehorse. The daughter. Wow. A branch fell in front of them. Yeah, that's the thing. Obstacles on the road that a car could, you know, manage a lot better than a bike. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, now, are you going to dress up for Halloween? You said your Halloween's on Saturday night over there. Are you going to dress up?
One of the live streaming groups I'm in is having a dress up Zoom Halloween party.
No.
So I'm going to dress up for that.
Yeah. C-Dubs likes my hat.
Yeah, it's a nice hat.
You like my hat? You see, it's got a little curly Q thing on the tail.
Oh, I like that.
That's my hat. Now, I've got my mask. You want to see what my mask is for Halloween?
I got mustache. Oh, look at that. Reminds me of Susie Q. Oh, that's nice.
Which is scarier? The mask or without the mask?
Leave that up to the chat room. I'm not answering. I know better.
Well, if you want to know about Halloween here, you have to watch the Heifer Haven that I'm going to put up later tonight. And
I'll look forward to it.
C-Dub says, yeah, you're ready, girl. Oh, yeah. You never know what I'm liable to come up with. Yeah, Nita says she agrees with you. She knows better than to say to. I still want to run for president, though, because I want to be in on all them, you know, television media blitzes, and I want them people to question me. Ask me some questions.
Well, you should see that one candidate. He's got a boot on his head, and it's nothing but ridiculous responses. He's just doing it to troll. I don't know if it's in England or if it's here, but there's some candidate that has a big boot on his head. He'll ask him a legitimate question, and it'll just be nonsense coming out of his mouth. I should find it on the internet.
Do you remember the movie? I think it was. I want to say it was 9 to 5, where that fella was the governor. That he danced all the time. He always singing and dancing and shuffling off to Buffalo off the side of the stage. He was trying to shut down the chicken ranch.
No.
Or not 9 to 5, the Chicken Ranch movie. With Dolly,
share my screen.
With Dolly Parton.
That's a former candidate. Anyway, it's a thing.
Oh my goodness gracious! Best little whorehouse in Texas. That's gotcha. That was it. And that fella that he was the governor or the mayor. I forget what he was, but he was always dancing. You know, they'd ask him a question, he'd never give him a straight answer. And
cool. Thank you, Mutt Nuts, and thank you, Harneo Media.
Yeah, that's the movie I was thinking of. Iron Fire Horse says the boot on his head for when he puts his foot in his mouth. Oh, shoot. Well, listen, we've been on here for a little over an hour, and everybody's trying to get their candy ready for Halloween and get their costumes all ironed out and what they're going to do. So I think we'll cut them loose this week and come back next week. Next week will be after the election. Everybody get out and vote. It's your civic duty. Get out there and vote. If dead people can do it, you can too.
Drop a like. Subscribe.
So we will see you all next week. And hopefully, you know, things will be a little calmer in the hemisphere. Y'all take care of yourselves. We'll see you then.